The entire NFL, they got us messed up, man. They are making a huge mistake, and that mistake is severely overlooking what the Dallas Cowboys could and probably will be this upcoming season based on all the actual facts that are available. Take your feelings out of it, critics. You're about to eat a plate full of crow. Let's get right into it as we discuss how the Cowboys are probably going to catch everyone off guard this season is because they have one of the most powerful weapons they could possibly have to their disposal. Man, shut your up. The advantage of the unknown. The Cowboys are a complete unknown to pretty much everyone across the league right now because no one knows what to expect from this team. Remember, this was a team that made the playoffs 3 straight years. This was a team that went 12-5, 3 straight seasons. Then last seasons, they came upon some injury issues, a lame duck head coach, and just a disjointed organization, and the wheels fell off. And now everyone all of a sudden thinks we're the Carolina Panthers. That is not the case. This is actually, in large part, the very same Dallas Cowboys team that made it to the playoffs those 3 seasons in a row. This is, in large part, the very same Dallas Cowboys team that rattled off 12 straight wins, even with a shaky coaching staff, now that we know more about what was going on, and an organization that wasn't really aligned on how to achieve success. But you know the one big problem that many pundits, many analysts are coming across as it pertains talking about the Dallas Cowboys, they just don't know what to expect unless you're someone that's been super locked into every single offseason move, unless you're someone that's really done the homework on the why they're making these moves and how these players are going to be used within this system, then I don't blame you. You probably are pretty lost as it pertains to what the Cowboys could be. In fact, Super Bowl winning head coach John Gruden shares the same sentiment, and he thinks that our defense could end up being a massive problem this upcoming season. Let's go ahead and read this article real quick, written by Matthew Schmidt for Cowboys Sports Illustrated. And essentially, John Gruden just is not feeling all that confident in what the Cowboys are going to be bringing this season. He said, quote, "I don't think their defense, other than Parsons, has an identity. And DeMarcus Lawrence is gone. DeMarvion Overshown is a great linebacker, but he's hurt. I just don't know what their defensive mentality is." Now, as I said before, if you're not someone that's in lockstep with this team and understanding and taking the time to understand each and every move they're making so far this offseason, then it's easy to come to this conclusion. But actually, their identity is extremely clear. When you look at the fact that you have a Micah Parsons that has averaged a certain amount of sacks, 12 or more sacks every single season that he's been in the NFL. When you look at the fact that you have an Osa Odigizua, who looks to be in the best shape of his life and is one of the better 3 techs as it pertains to getting upfield and getting to the passer. When you look at the fact that they added a Donovan Ezeraiku to the other edge in a guy that had 16 sacks last season in college. When you look at the fact that they added a Dante Fowler, another guy with double-digit sacks last season. They're bringing back Sam Williams. They have Marshawn Nealon. If you look at the defensive line by itself should let you know exactly what the identity of this team is going to be. This team wants to get after the quarterback. Matt Eberflus wants an attacking style front, but he wants to prioritize stopping the run. This defense feels like stopping the run is going to be the key that unlocks everything else. By everything else, I mean one of the most hellacious pass rushes that you're probably going to see this upcoming year. And I don't blame people for not really being able to project that out, but if you're really paying attention to the moves that they were making, it's very clear what this defense wants to be. They want to have their corners on the island, essentially, playing man on the outside. They're going to have 2 safeties over the top in a shell, and then they're going to have their defensive line getting after people. This is going to be a tough, physical, smash-mouth football team, and that is what this coaching staff is building this team towards. That is what this front office is making moves to supplement as it pertains to the type of personalities that they're bringing on this team. The Cowboys have filled their team up with a bunch of leaders and self-starters this offseason. The Cowboys have filled their team up with a bunch of guys who are passionate about the game. The Cowboys have filled their team up with larger bodies, They're not going out there and getting no hybrid built guys. They're going out there to get larger bodies because they want to play a physical smash mouth brand of football on both sides of the ball. And that is actually going to be one of our greatest strengths going into this next season, is the fact that no one knows, or no one really knows, what this defense or what this team in general is going to look like. And when you have a team that's full of 8-7 all pros, and you add a bunch of really good football players around them, and then you add a head coach that seems like he's going to modernize what's going on and kind of bring the Cowboys into the modern era of NFL football, and you have a coaching staff that's been put together so cohesively, I think it's very clear what the identity, what this team is going to be, to us at least, and to everybody else that doesn't know. They're going to find out real quick by week 6 or 7. I guarantee everyone knows what the Cowboys' identity is by then. It's going to be them putting their alligator hide boots straight up y'all asses on that football field, man. That's what it's going to consist of. And it's not just John Gruden underestimate what the Cowboys are going to be. If you look at different rankings that are just taking place across the league, offensive line rankings, people think that the Cowboys are still going to have one of the worst offensive lines in the league this upcoming season. They are actually projected to have the 24th ranked offensive line next season based off of pass blocking and run blocking, which is going to correlate to their overall ranking, right? They're projected to be the 24th worst offensive line in the NFL. The Washington Commanders are expected to have a better offensive line than the Cowboys. Oh, y'all are out of y'all's minds, bro. First of all, we have an all-pro on our offensive line already. Second of all, we have a better O-line coach now. I don't care what nobody say. Our offensive line coaches are better. Before me even seeing a single game, I know they're going to be better, because you got to be better than a guy that didn't even help his rookie center, who is now looking like a cornerstone of the organization, man. But you're now looking at a guy who didn't even help his rookie center get better at the position. He didn't even help the guy understand what the hell and how the hell to play the position at the NFL level. We read a report a week ago that Cooper Beebe was essentially out there freeballing. He didn't have any real guidance on what he needed to do to make that transition. But now you have a real offensive line coach, and you have a rookie who played center for the first time in his rookie season in the NFL and actually did a pretty damn good job. Now you have that guy getting proper tutelage. Now you have your future Hall of Fame left tackle Tyron Smith consistently working with guys like Tyler Guyton and Tyler Smith all off-season long. Tyron Smith said he wants to put in the work. He just needs a little technique work, which he's doing right now. I feel like it's going to be a different type of year for him to slow the game down and get the rookie nerves out. I think he's building more confidence in his technique because he's learning a lot more now. Being a first rounder the way he is, he already has expectations, but you can't lean in too much on that. You have to have it for yourself. You have to want to be the best in this league, and that has to be your mentality. I've told him before, I want you to be better than how I ever did it, Smith said. It makes me feel good that another guy's wanting to strive to be better than me. And it's not just Tyler Guyton that Tyron Smith is working with. He's also working with Tyler Smith. And Tyron Smith said the next step for Tyler Smith is just continuing doing what he's doing. He has the raw talent, the raw strength. He has it naturally. Even for him, slow the game more for himself to hone in more on his technique. He learned early on that you don't have to muscle everything. You can slow the game down for yourself by honing in on your technique. That will make you last long in this league. And I think Tyler Smith learned that very early on. For Tyler Smith, the sky is the limit. And Tyron even chimed in about Brian Schottenheimer being the new head coach of the team. He said, quote, "It's a good fit for the guys. He knows the guys and the guys love him. He brings an energy to the team. He has fun putting the work in. Shotty brings some joy back to the game where it's a joy to come to work." You see, ladies and gentlemen, this type of stuff is exactly why the Dallas Cowboys are about to take everyone by surprise this upcoming season. So go ahead, please keep underestimating what this team will be. Please keep projecting and predicting that we won't even make the playoffs. Please keep predicting that we're going to be an 8-9 team somehow. I don't know where y'all got that crap from, because Dak ain't never had no losing season when he been healthy. But please keep putting y'all foot all the way down y'all throat, man. Keep putting your foot in your mouth. Please keep talking out the side of your neck, bro. Because, man, all of that is just going to make it that much sweeter when we as Cowboys fans, we have to understand the general populace's expectation for us is to miss the playoffs and to be bad. That's the general populace's expectation. So guess what? We can actually take a victory lap on folks just by making the playoffs this season. No, we as Cowboys fans, we want more. But as far as anybody else is concerned, we can take victory laps on people because they've set the bar so low that they 100% just set in motion their own nightmare. Y'all are going to have Cowboys fans parading across y'all egos by the time December rolls around this upcoming football season. And it's all y'all damn fault because none of y'all paying attention the way that y'all should. But we have. And that's why we're excited about what's going to happen. That's why I'm excited about what this offensive line is going to be looking like, because not only is there a better offensive line coaching staff in place, but now we have our Hall of Fame former players working with these guys. We have multiple guys coming back from injury that would have played a vital role on this team. We have guys that were added to this locker room and this team that's going to help them in various ways. I really like what this team is, and I honestly think we're in for a damn show. Either way, bow!
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still the ball? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Woo,